This has to be one of the most hyped up fragrances, honestly, that I've ever heard, especially coming out of the last 2 years. You may have guessed what that is, but if you haven't, this is Bianco Latte by Giardini Di what is it? By Giardini Di Toscana. Giardini Di Toscana. If that's not an Italian brand, I've never heard of one. If that's not an Italian brand, then someone sue me right now. Aye. Attimo lavoro, Silvia. Before we get into a spray of this, I just want to make a quick note, something minor, but my bottle arrived a little bit damaged. Can you see that? I'm gonna show you the bottle. I'll zoom up on it so you can see it, of course, but there's some scuff marks here, some scuff marks on the side, a little bit on the back. I don't know if that's a big deal to you. Personally, to me, it's not a big deal, but I just wanted to make that quick, mental note in case you know you're a stickler for presentations and bottles. Other than that, everything's good. All right, here we go. Let's get in some sprays here. We'll do 2 nice ones. Actually, we do 3 here. We'll do 3 sprays. Atomizer's pretty good, although the top is a little wobbly. Here we go. Very nice, very strong right off. Let's make a mental note of how strong. I breathed it right in. Very strong fragrance. Here we go. All right, right up top, there is no mistaking what this fragrance is. And I mean, it goes within the name Bianco Latte, which I believe translates to white milk. This is milky, this is lactonic, this is a vanilla fragrance, and there's no mistaking that. Off the first blast, the initial whiff of this, it just reminds you of straight vanilla ice cream. I mean, that's really what it smells like. Just a very nice, milky, gourmand vanilla ice cream. Now, it is a little bit soft and powdery too. There's definitely a powdery, very soft, warm, musky note to this, and it's very pleasant. Let's do one more spray. I wanna smell this opening just one more time, a good mic spray. I mean, yeah, you know, so it's a little bit simplistic, but in a good way. Does that make sense? I mean, it's simplistic in a good way, a little bit familiar. I like the opening. I mean, the opening is very nice. It's not knocking me off my feet for like uniqueness, but it's very safe, a very solid vanilla fragrance thus far. The notes in Bianco Latte by Giardini Di Toscana are caramel, Coumarin and Honey, Vanilla and White Musk. Now, as this fragrance starts to dry down, some other things do start to happen. You know, it's a vanilla fragrance, definitely, but there's like a light caramel note. I'm not picking it up caramel. I'm gonna say caramel. I'm not picking it up incredibly strong, but it's definitely there. Almost smells like a melting sugar type vibe. One thing I've also noticed with this fragrance is I feel like this fragrance smells better wafted, like from a distance, or if someone walks by, or if you sprayed it in a room, versus actually smelling it close to skin. Close to skin, it gets very powdery, but you don't pick up that powderiness when it's wafted. So I personally think it smells better from a distance than super up close, to me. It's my personal opinion. But as it starts to dry down, I mentioned that caramel note, the melted sugar. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me 100% of like a roasted marshmallow. Have you ever roasted marshmallows over a campfire? Take out like the heavy smoke and soot and the burningness, but just the marshmallow after you've roasted it, take it away, smell it, and not a black marshmallow. We're not setting them on fire like I usually do, but like a nice golden brown roasted marshmallow. That's almost exactly what this fragrance smells like in the dry down. So once again, it opens up like very vanillic, very milky, like ice cream, vanilla ice cream, a little bit powdery, but then it starts to dry down, and I think it's that caramel note that's simulating that roasted marshmallow, or I don't wanna say burning sugar, because it's not burning sugar, but it does have like a singe of roastedness to it, of sugar melting. And overall, I mean, it's very pleasant. Now, I mean, this is a no-brainer. This can be worn year-round. I mean, every single month you can wear this. It's just a very pleasant vanilla fragrance. I mean, yes, it might do a little bit better in the cooler months because it does have a warmth to it, but you can definitely get away with this all year round for sure. I mean, I think this goes to say with most vanilla fragrances, but I mean, this is a very comforting fragrance. I think most vanilla fragrances are. This is definitely not too overly synthetic either. It does smell very well blended and very high quality. I mean, it's very nice. It's also very unisex too. I mean, most gourmand fragrances are, right? If you like the smell of vanilla, you'll love this. It does lean a little bit feminine maybe, so I feel like alpha males who are at the gym ready to, you know, wrestle each other, you're probably not gonna like this. This isn't for that application. But if you just want a comforting fragrance and you like vanilla and gourmands, this is easily for you. You know what? I can't even get the top off. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do one more spray. Let's get one more in here. Yeah, this is just very pleasant. You know, and when you waft it, you get that roasted marshmallow vibe. Direct on skin, it's powdery, but I'm not getting that with the waft. Now let's talk about the price of this fragrance. Now this is the 3.4 ounce, the 100 ml, and this goes for about $150. Now yes, that can be expensive for some of us, but I'm gonna tell you, the price point to me is the best part about this. And you might ask yourself why, and it's because the projection and the longevity make this fragrance. The projection of this fragrance is really, really good. The longevity is over 24 hours, really good. Now, I'm not gonna say it's a beast mode fragrance. It teeters that line because it's not like choking and offending. It's a beast mode fragrance of a comforting vanilla. Does that make sense? Really good. So for $150, the performance and the longevity are there. This is one of the strongest vanilla fragrances that I've smelled. It's not overwhelming either. It's very nice. Now here's the thing. Let's talk about my overall impressions of this fragrance. It's really good. It's very nice. Now, I really like this fragrance, but it's not a love for me. I think that is just very safe and familiar, but not safe and familiar in a bad way. Safe and familiar in the best way possible because it's made so high quality and the performance is there. I just feel like it's not knocking me off my feet as far as like it hasn't been done before. It's not groundbreaking, but I don't think this is meant to be groundbreaking. This is meant to take a classic, really good vanilla fragrance, amp it up a little bit, make it niche level, and just make it well everybody will love it. And that's exactly what this does. For me personally, for me wearing this, I probably give this like a 7 or 8. Let's go with an 8. I give it an 8 out of 10. Personally for me, I just feel like I will not wear this as much. But if you like vanillas, if you like marshmallow, comforting fragrances, this is 100% a no-brainer. You gotta check it out. I just think that I like this fragrance more on other people than I do myself. But one thing that I do, I will say this is such an amazing base, a vanilla base for layering. One of my favorite things that I've done so far is I've layered this fragrance with Vibrato by Sospiro, which is an amazing citrusy orange grapefruit fragrance. And I'll tell you, it is an amazing orange creamsicle. This fragrance layered with Vibrato is an orange creamsicle, and it's the best so far that I've smelled on the market. I'm gonna do a review of that fragrance soon, but I just wanna leave you off with that little hint. Once again, this is Bianco Latte by Giardini Di Toscana. No, I gotta say the name right. It's Giardini Di Toscana. So it's Giardini Di Toscana Bianco Latte. If you do wanna get samples of this and you don't wanna pull a trigger on the full bottle, then I'll put some links below. The fragrance channel decants, I'll ship them to you. It'll support me, make me a very happy man. Buongiorno, thank you everybody. I don't even know if I'm Italian, I might be. I think I'm related to the Chef Boyardees. Well, not Chef Boyardee, but the Boyardees, maybe. Maybe, I'm not sure.